Good morning, Menifee, and welcome to this Monday, December 24th. Christmas Eve is finally here, and we're still celebrating the holidays. We hope you're having a great holiday season. We've got a very special show for you today. In case you hadn't heard, there was a special event held on Saturday at the Quail Valley Elementary School. It's the annual Santa's Workshop. This was started several years ago by local residents Leonard and Linda Grill, and since has really developed into a huge community volunteer event. Residents throughout the city have donated new unwrapped toys. You may have seen the collection boxes at businesses throughout town and at local fire stations. They're involved in the Spark of Love program. And through the generosity of people just like you throughout Menifee, the auditorium was filled with new unwrapped toys for the children to enjoy. Kristen was out there. Take a look.
Here we are today. We are at
Santa's Workshop, Menifee Santa's Workshop, sponsored by Spark of Love and Rotary Club of Menifee.
and I'm with Debbie Mannion. What an exciting, magical day we have
So
today.
exciting, so exciting. It's so fun to see all the little faces smile.
Yes. About how many kids do we have today?
We have 850 registered. By the time we are finished with the 24-hour period, we'll hit well over 1,000 kids.
Oh my goodness, that is great. And it serves all of Menifee?
All of Menifee. They're selected through the health techs at the schools. So all the teachers and everybody knows if there's families that they see that are in need of the program, they're asked to give them the application. They go to the cupboard, and they're qualified all through the cupboard.
Okay. So how did you start your morning? You started early this morning, right?
This morning,
Uh-huh.
I started at 6:30, loading my car with puzzles, bringing them over to finish setting up. Yesterday was the main setup. Each child gets their own elf to walk around the table of their age group and select 3 toys.
Wow.
After they've selected the toys, then they are rejoined with their parent, who has then has the family picture glued into the picture frame.
Fun.
That's the beginning.
That's the beginning.
Then they come through the hallway and they get jackets. Anybody can get jackets, warm mittens or whatever that's been donated. Then they go through and get, from jackets, they go to what we call the goodie bag section, which is little stuff that's like stocking stuffers. They each get a whole bag of that. Then they each get a stuffed animal. Each family gets a board game and puzzle. And then they go to books. They each get books. Then we have had shoes donated, so everybody that wants can have shoes. Then they get punch and cookies. And then there's a fishing game where they get some more little prizes.
Oh my gosh, well I'm excited to see how this adventure goes. Are you going to take us on the adventure?
Sure, let's
Okay,
go.
let's go.
So this is where may I borrow your beautiful picture for a second?
Okay.
Here's where they put their name on and their age, and then they color the picture. And then this is where the family picture is going to be, and all the sponsors are listed on the back. This is and it takes this many sponsors to put this event together. And all the decorations and setup has been done the day before.
Okay, can we take a peek in here?
Sure.
Okay, so in here they get to pick.
Yeah, so each 3 toys. Each table, we'll go this way.
Oh, it's age appropriate.
It's age appropriate.
Okay.
So,
One big toy and 2 little toys.
so there,
We have some elves helping.
we have elves helping, and so the tables are all marked. And then each child gets their own elf. So we have 1 elf and 1 child to go around the table. So the child gets to pick the toy themselves.
Wow, there's some pretty good stuff in here.
Yeah.
I haven't done my shopping yet.
Oh,
Oh, look at Mayor. Mayor's got a bite.
you got a bite.
All right.
Merry Christmas.
It's a wonderful event.
It
Thank
sure
you.
is.
Thank you, dear.
Thank you for all your efforts and
You're
hard
welcome.
work. Yeah, I just see all the families
Aren't they
benefiting.
those
It's so
smiles?
good.
It's
Yeah.
so worth it.
Excellent. Merry Christmas,
Merry
everybody.
Christmas.
There's Bob.
How you doing, Kristen? How you doing? Merry Christmas to you.
Yes. Say
Merry
hello,
Christmas,
our
Doug.
friend.
I'm glad to see you guys. Merry
How you,
Christmas.
sweetheart?
Make it the best ever.
Is Bob, is he helping you? All right.
Thank you. See, we have
So-
lots of fun elves.
So this section here is the backup toys are in that room, and then we have special elves that keep the tables full.
Wow.
And they go through and
Let's take a
take a
peek.
picture in there. Oh yeah, that's just the.
Oh my land sakes, hooks and garters. Look at this.
This is the backup that keeps the tables full all day long.
Oh,
Because, huh?
yeah, you can come in. You're working, girls.
That's all right. We take the elves everywhere. And so only certain elves that have been doing it for years go in here. Yeah. And each of these boxes, as you can see, are already sorted. So they know what table they're going on. Okay. So they've all been sorted. Oh, yeah. And then if they need batteries, they have batteries put on them in here as well. Oh, really? And then the backpacks that are selected, they've been stuffed with stuff that, like school supplies or something that's been donated. So those are all been stuffed.
I am
Say hi,
impressed.
George.
Hi, George. Thank you for everything you do, our little elf George there. Okay.
So that's the. And here's where the parents wait for their child and get their pictures
Is this
glued
where
on.
they glue the parents and the kids back together?
Yeah, exactly.
I see that.
Exactly.
I do my best. Okay. Hey guys, come on over here.
Hello.
Gotcha.
You doing okay?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay.
Merry
Merry Christmas.
Are you being elves today?
Yes, we are. Yes.
Well,
We meet the height requirements, so we're
you
good.
do.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for
Thank you.
everything you
This
do.
is great. Thank you for this is all Debbie. This is
Thank
Debbie's
you.
truck.
Debbie is doing a great
Thank
job,
you.
isn't she?
Thank you to the community for all the donations. There's literally a
Look, yeah, this
toyland
is
out here.
I-
It's crazy.
this is the community
You know what I
donating.
have to tell you? I talk a lot and I'm speechless.
Yeah, no, this
So,
is incredible.
Yeah, this is definitely the community.
Tons of volunteers too. Probably what 100 volunteers or so.
We usually, between yesterday and today, we usually have about 200 volunteers.
I love Menifee.
But yeah. Yeah. Yesterday at 3 o'clock, I wasn't so sure when we had elf training, and I only had 20 show up. But hey, they're here today. This is the 0 to 4 table.
0 to 4. Oh, look at here.
So what so they'll get 3 toys off of here, like a big one and 2 smaller ones. They're we try and keep it fair so that by the end of the day we still have a good amount of toys.
So they get over here. The little ones get a bike.
No, what happens with
the drawing.
This is all the drawing bikes, and they're not even all here. This is just a sample.
How do they do the drawing?
They get when they check in, they put their name on a little ticket, and it goes into a box, and then it gets drawn. And Leonard and Linda Grill, who retired fire captain, they have refurbished and got all the bikes ready, and so they disperse the bikes. Once their name is drawn, they either go to the Quail Valley Fire Station and pick them up, or the fire department delivers them.
That's what I was going to ask.
The boxes are collected in the community. We put boxes in different businesses, the city halls, of course the fire department because it's under Spark of Love. And so this year we had out, between the fire department and everybody, 135 boxes.
Oh my goodness.
So and the schools and the school district and all the big people where kids are collecting, we put the boxes out. All the people of Menifee contribute to this. It's definitely a community effort. I just keep the wheel going.
I'm sorry if I'm not asking the right questions, but I'm just absolutely amazed.
Yeah.
I have been to this every year since we've been here, probably 7 years. And every year I just sit here with my mouth open. I just can't believe the generosity of our city and the fact that you have done so much work. This is not just a weekend thing.
Oh, no.
All year round thing, right?
Yeah, we collect toys, and then what we have left over at the end of the day goes back to storage, and then the fire department has access to using anything that they need.
Well, I know who these guys are. This is our incoming. No. Oh, you're in now.
I'm in now.
I'm in. I'm so sorry. This is
Newly installed.
Newly installed.
There you go. That's the
Dean Dynas. Did I say it right?
Dynas, you said it right.
Okay, and his wife Laurel. I remembered that. And you're an old timer now. You're not too old though. No. You're our sweet one. This is our councilwoman, Lisa Sobak.
Merry Christmas.
Yes. What do you guys think of this?
Amazing.
13th year.
13th year for her.
Some of these people have been doing it for 13 years.
Yeah, and some of our elves were the little ones that came through it years ago, that came back to be elves.
I know.
What's amazing to me is that
jump over here because I'm mic'd.
Okay. Well, what's amazing to me is that some of the residents don't realize that all the Sparkle Love toy boxes they see around our city, they come here and they stay in our city and they come back
Yes,
to help the
they all
children.
stay here.
And Debbie was telling me earlier some of the stuff, the stuffed animals, how PetSmart is coming. We've got our fire stations. I mean, it is
The school district.
school district, the
Does
businesses
tons.
who contact me, how can I get a box this year? I mean, the whole community just surrounds it, and they don't realize what it does. And it just warms so many hearts and brings
Yeah.
Christmas cheer to so many people.
Nice little, oh, she's got her smile on.
Look at her cute little smile.
She's got her smile on. He's going to talk to him, so let's see him. Let's see him. We're Mike. Oh, I wanted to get you.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Hi, Santa Claus. How are
Good to see you. I couldn't be better. I am.
Santa Claus, you're having a falling apart here. We had to fix you up again.
you guys have just been so busy this year.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
When are you going to have time? You got to get flying pretty quick, huh?
I left my sleigh up in the mountains, way on the top of the world. And then I just drove here in a car. I have to go back in the next night or two and get my sleigh.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh my
And
goodness.
if you could tell some of the kids in Menifee, put up a carrot and a stick, and also a cookie and milk for Santa Claus, and I'll take that carrot and stick up on the roof, and I'll give it to Rudolph. He loves it.
He does. I do. You know what I used to put out for him too? That I know he always ate cornflakes.
He does. He
He
actually
loves cornflakes.
But
huh?
sometimes I eat them.
Oh,
I'm pretty
you.
hungry.
Oh, that was you.
How are you guys?
We
Good.
are doing great.
Doing
We're so
good.
happy that you're with us. We are so happy that you're with us.
Why don't you sit here on my lap and we'll take a quick picture of you?
There
you
you
can
go.
tell 24/7 what you want for Christmas. What do you want for
What do
Christmas?
I want for Christmas? Some rest? I think I need a nap.
It's been a busy day, that's true. Well,
Get a picture of Deb.
Yeah.
You got to hold up your little thing and say, look right here.
it's been a great Christmas. You've been working very hard here.
Yes, we have it. Smile.
Mayor, how are you? Come on in. Mayor of Menifee.
Come,
he's
come
taking
get a
pictures.
picture. Yeah, you need to come over here.
Yeah.
Come on, Mr. Bill, get over here.
This is 24/7, and they're taking pictures of Santa Claus.
I'll just come in and say hello real fast.
We got to have a picture.
Yeah.
Say hi, Menifee. Merry Christmas,
Hi,
everyone.
Menifee. Merry Christmas.
Now this is one of my favorite
This is our
volunteers.
head elf.
Look at here.
This is our head elf.
This is our head
Awesome.
elf.
Hey,
Merry
we certainly knew here.
Huh?
Oh, yes. Stacking the toys, giving them away to all the wonderful children this year. It's been great.
Oh, that's wonderful. And look at you decked out.
She's always
like that.
decked out.
As always.
She's always decked out. She
My
looks so
favorite time of
cute.
year.
I know.
And these are all the elves waiting to
These
help
are all our
someone?
happy elves.
Well, I
Give us our happy elf smile.
Happy elf smile. Everybody wave.
Woohoo!
There you go. There you go.
And here's where they would go get a jacket. And any of the miscellaneous clothing items like mittens, hats, that kind of stuff that's been donated. So the warm stuff that they could need are here. Get over here. Excuse me. And this section is manned by the Lions Club.
Hey, Lions Club. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you for your volunteerism.
We have another meeting.
Oh, look at that. They got little babies
Yeah,
and stuff
so-
too.
And then in each section here, they get something from each box. There are different things. This one is
so this
toothbrush, toothpaste.
And toothpaste. Wow, wee.
Oh, that baby. Okay.
And then this section is just all kinds of miscellaneous little stuff that you would get that don't make a big toy fun, but sometimes that's the highlight of the day.
Stocking stuffer.
These are spinners for the bicycles.
Oh,
I need those for my car.
There you go.
Can you arrange that?
Can I arrange that? Yeah.
I know, you're pretty high on Santa's
That's
list.
lit.
Thank you for helping me.
Thank you. And then, of course, some kind of snack, candy.
Let's see. What kind do you want? Game time.
Games and puzzles. So each family, when they're checked in, they're given a ticket for a family game and puzzle. So this is where they turn their ticket in, and the family every family takes home at least one board game. Some of the bigger family get 2 board games. And then the puzzles as well.
Great.
Then we come to this side and we get stuffed animals.
Christmas!
Yeah, so you guys, this needs to be filled up a little more. It's a little shy.
I know, we're getting there. We're working on it.
And then these stuffed animals, we have PetSmart donated them all. So we have like over 1,000 stuffed animals, so close to 1,600 of this PetSmart donated. And then we have books. Each child gets a book.
Oh my goodness. Look at that. Lots of
And
Disney,
so-
I see.
And a lot of the books and puzzles are purchased with the donated money that we get, because those are categories that are hard to get the right varieties. So we do a lot of shopping with the money.
Oh, this looks
And
like
then
a
here's
fun
the
time.
fishing game.
Are you guys fishing?
And when after they get a fish, then they get another prize.
Oh, another one?
Hey, no peeking.
That's just a really big fish.
A really big fish in there. Woohoo! Look at that. Look at that. And then out here, there's shoes. So we have had a lot of shoes donated. So everybody gets a pair of shoes that wants a pair of shoes. They don't even have to be registered, you know. So any family member can get a pair of shoes. We have plenty of shoes donated. And then they get punch and cookies.
Punch and cookies?
Miller Jones supplies all the cookies for us.
Want a cookie? No cookie, lemonade?
So,
Let's see, Starbucks gave us.
and Starbucks gave us the coffee.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, they were very good. Very.
And Upper Crust gave us the pizza. John was in
yes.
charge. John was in charge. And those are for the elves to feed our elves throughout the day. We got to keep them going.
That's
So-
right. That's right. Well,
Anyway, so that's the end of the the family tour.
That is a pretty good family tour.
So,
And we just
thank
want to
you.
thank everybody that's participated, and especially
thank-
our wonderful Deb that we have here.
Thank you.
Couldn't have been done without you and
yeah.
the hours that you put into it. So,
I just
Merry
like to
Christmas.
thank everybody that helps, because it's not just me. I just keep the wheel going.
Well, sometimes it's hard to
So-
keep that wheel spinning,
So,
right?
That's about it. So
Oh, well,
thank
Merry
you guys for
Christmas
coming,
to
and Merry Christmas
everybody.
to everybody.
Yes, it truly was a labor of love, and we thank everyone who was involved with the Santa's Workshop. And on behalf of the staff of Menifee 24/7, I'd like to wish you a Merry Christmas. We will be back with you on Thursday with the next edition of Good Morning Menifee.